Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jo Salmons. I'm an artist and professional art doll maker. Every week I will be making a new creation and I'll show you my creative process. Today I'll show you the making of Portal's Melanie Martinez. If you'd like to see more photos of her or my other creations, then please follow me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. All the links are down below. Now, without further ado, let's get started. First of all, I make a basic head shape from air dry clay, then allow this to dry in the oven. I then use my doll template that I had previously designed to cut out the fabric body parts. When they are all sewn together, I turn them inside out. This doll has a head that can swivel from side to side. I'm placing a twisted wire rod into the torso and up through the neck. I cover the wire with electrician's tape on wadding. I then use hollow fibre to fill out the rest of the torso. I then move on to the hands. I use aluminium wire to make the individual fingers. I cover each finger in a layer of masking tape, then PVA glue and tissue paper. Do excuse my spray painted hands, they look very unsightly all the way through this video. I do apologise. When all the fingers are made, I join them at the wrist with masking tape, then cover the hand in PVA glue and more tissue paper. I then sculpt the palm of the hand with air dry clay. This is then covered in more tissue paper and PVA glue and allowed to dry. I used 3D paint to create the patterns on the hands, then painted with acrylic paint and varnish. I use blank acrylic eyes, which I paint the irises onto. I then went back to the head and started sculpting the face. With air dry clay, it's best to work in layers, letting each layer dry before adding the next. This was the first time I had ever sculpted a face with 4 eyes. As I was sculpting the head, I realised it was too long and out of proportion, so I had to cut it in half, remove some and put it back together, which then meant a lot of extra sculpting, but it looked much better in the end. I sculpted the feet and attached them to the wire leg armature. I then painted and varnished them. I cut out soles from black craft foam and glued these onto the soles of the shoes. I wrapped the leg wire with wadding and inserted into the leg fabric. This is then sewn up. I then started making her clothes. When the hands were dry, I attached them to the wire armature. This is then wrapped in electrician's tape and then wrapped in wadding and inserted into the fabric. The arms are attached using the button jointed method. I cut the ear shapes out of the thick card and applied the details using 3D paint. I then coated them in several layers of liquid Sculpey, cooking each layer before the next. I then attached them to the head and sculpted them securely into place. When the head had been sanded and painted, I added the shading with soft pastels and paint pens. The head was then varnished twice. To attach the head and allow it to move from side to side, I use wire and a fishing swivel. The wire is secured into place at the top of the head. Then it is time to add the hair. I then had to do a bit of hairdressing to get the desired style. When her hair was finished, I later glued on her false eyelashes and she was complete. Here she is, the finished Portals doll. I was actually really worried about whether I would be able to sculpt the face for this doll because I actually have trouble focusing on the two sets of eyes. My brain just refuses to accept two sets of eyes and I struggle to focus properly. I thought to myself, how am I possibly going to sculpt this face if I can't see what I'm doing properly? But it was actually quite easy to sculpt and it was easy to paint. But now when I look at her, I still struggle to focus because of the two sets of eyes. I don't know what it is. It just confuses my brain, I think. But I'm really pleased with how she turned out. What do you think? Do you like her? Let me know in comments down below. Let's have a look at her photos. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you like my Portals doll and I really hope you like watching how she was made. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, please don't forget to like and subscribe and to hit that notification bell. If you're interested in any of my dolls, I have an online shop called Damnato Dolls and all the links for that are down below. Thank you again and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.